Hey, this is Ken Wolford here at Vanagon. Just want to talk to you today a little bit about repairing, rebuilding power window motors for your Vanagon. We do this here at Vanagon. It's not that hard. You take the power window motor out of the van, and you got to get yourself a set of these Torx deals here. This one is number 25, T25, and you got to get her in a vise, take these two side bolts out here. That's how you start taking it apart. Usually what happens with these motors, there are two bushings in here. One at the bottom and one up here at the top. They will get seized onto the shaft. And so you have to take this whole motor apart. Then you can clean up the shaft, clean up everything, and lubricate it with some wheel bearing grease and put it back together. So we're gonna take this apart. You can take it to the next level here. Took the two bolts out. Now we're ready to take the motor off of these end cap. You can see it actually pulled out of there. There's this, I don't know if it's like stainless steel or whatever, clip right here. That's what holds the bushing in here. Once you pull it out, this is what it looks like. Here's this bushing, and it's basically frozen solid on here. So that's what's making the motor turn hard. This one actually did work, but it was struggling. So what we're gonna do is I have a polisher thing here on my drill. You can see that sitting down on the floor. I'm gonna polish this turkey up right here. Pull this bushing off. It'll just slide off. Then polish up underneath, polish up in the center of the bushing, and that'll have that bushing ready to go back on. But I'm also going to be taking apart, there's a clip under here I got to take out. Then this whole plastic thing, this is what holds your brushes. That's going to have to come out. That'll actually just pop straight off this way. I use another little tool. There's a little hole right here. You can stick a hook in there and you can tap over here and you just pull. Once you get this stuff off, you can pull this plastic unit straight off of there without damaging anything, and then you can get into where your magnets are. So that's my next thing. Let me go ahead and pause it again. So I did what I told you I was going to do. I polished up this shaft here with the drill and the polisher. Once I got it to a certain point, this bushing kind of freed up, just slides right off of there. This particular one isn't that bad, but I could probably just lubricate this, put it back together. But since I got it to this point, so now you got these washers under here, they're going to have to come off. Then there's, like I said, a little clip here. You got to take that off as well so you can get to the next level. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so you can see what I'm doing here. I got this puller tool in this little hole, pulling on this side, tapped over here at the same time, boom. This whole armature comes off. This is where your brushes are for your motor. Set that to the side where you know where it is. Here is your motor itself. And down in there you can see the magnets and all the good stuff. Looks pretty good in this one actually. Usually inside these it looks like the Titanic wreckage. So this one's not too bad. I'm still probably going to pull it out, clean it up, and I will take some more video of that. I pulled up on the shaft here with a screwdriver and pulled this out of the center. You can see where there's actually a little bit of damage on this windings right here, but I think it'll be okay. But here's the bottom bushing. It's actually made out of brass, and it is completely frozen onto the shaft here. It will not turn. So again, I'm going to have to clean it up, pull it off of there, polish the shaft up, and then I'm going to be ready to put it back together. Now, when I go to do that, I've got to take stuff apart in here. This is your body of the motor. You can see the magnets in there. There's actually some stainless steel pieces of wire in there that are just keeping the magnets from floating around. You got to pop them out first. Then usually what I do is put this through a bead blaster, clean out the entire inside with glass beads. Down at the very bottom, it's hard to see, there's another stainless steel clip just like on the top thing that's holding You can kind of see it there in that brass bushing in place. You want to have that ready. You got to actually bend a bunch of those fingers out of the way so you can push that brass bushing back down in there. And then once you get it down there, you bend those fingers back. It's not really a way I can show you how to do that on the video because I would be completely obscuring it and stuff. But this is kind of what you're getting into. It'd probably be better if you had a power window motor you wanted to deal with to send it here to Vanagon, www.vanagon.com. We can clean it up, rebuild it, repack it with grease, send it back to you. It'll be purring like a kitten. Right? Right. So just do that. Give us a call, 856-327-4936, or just go to our website, www.vanagon.com, and we'll be glad to help you out with your power window motor repairs. Alright, I'm going to pause it again and clean this stuff up. We finished our rebuild. Got our rebuilt motor done here. It's working great. Ready to install it back into our van. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Got some enlightenment out of it about how to get inside one of these motors, how to repair it. But like I said, if you decide you don't want to get into that part, you can always send us yours. We usually charge about $99 to repair it and put it back together, clean it up, try to make it as like new as possible so you can start using your power windows again. Alright, this is Ken Wilford here at Vanagon. Please hit our subscribe button and please support us online at our website, www.vanagon.com. Thanks, and hope you get many more smiles per miles with your van.